Hello, this is Lisa Fredrickson, your friend and computer science professor. And in this short screencast, we're going to talk about Coding Bootcamp 101, Part 3B, what you need to know before spending $10,000 or more on a coding bootcamp. The goal of this video is to check out the below-the-stack skills required to be successful in a coding bootcamp or computer science degree. As I was having my friends and colleagues review these videos, they said, wait a second, Lisa, before we get started into any of this, there are some essential skills that a student must have in order to be successful in either a coding bootcamp or a computer science degree. So that's what we'll cover in this short screencast. If you've seen my previous videos, you know that I define the full stack as two major parts, the front end with three major technologies, HTML, hypertext markup language, CSS, cascading style sheets, and JavaScript for interactivity. And the back end part of the full stack is a server-side language such as PHP, or C# or Ruby or Java, and a database. When we put all that together, we have a full stack programmer. You also know by watching my previous YouTubes that I feel there's a definite best way to sequence your knowledge, and that 1, 2, and 3 are not going to change very soon. So you might as well find an inexpensive alternative, and there are many good ones that we'll get into in the subsequent screencasts to learn HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. When we get to the back end, the database and the server-side language, things do get more complicated very quickly. And that's where I think some formal education or perhaps a coding bootcamp could come into play for you. But let's back up just a second and make sure that you're solid on the below-the-stack skills. Because just like these two pictures of college students, if you're all twisted up with your life, nothing's going to be successful and you're just wasting money. You want to be like this gal here, very organized and ready to go and ready to learn. And so these four big areas are, in my opinion, and in my years of education, the key components to be ready to take on this wonderful knowledge that has wonderful earning potential. Reading, writing, arithmetic. If you happen to not be strong in one of those areas, it's not too late to get strong. Community colleges are wonderful places to improve your reading, writing, and arithmetic skills. Oftentimes they'll have placement tests and remedial classes to help you in any of these areas. Organizational skills. You have to have excellent file and folder management skills in Windows to be a programmer because we create so many different files and so many different projects. You must also be an excellent note taker. There are a number of different ways to take notes. You can take them on a pad of paper or you can use an electronic device. OneNote is a very powerful note-taking tool. I personally like to use Wikispaces because then my notes are available on a web page, on a wiki web page, and I can get at them from anywhere my computer is connected to the internet. Find some way to take notes throughout your experience because you will forget what you don't write down. Computer skills. I believe you're going to have some Excel skills to be successful in business because that's, after all, how business tracks and analyzes numbers. It's great to know the entire Microsoft Office suite, but particularly Excel. Touch typing. If you still have to look at your fingers to do typing, you'll probably want to get that skill under your belt before you go into a computer bootcamp or a computer science degree, because we do a lot of coding, we do a lot of typing. You'll want to be able to touch type, which just means type without looking at your fingers. And then, of course, there's the personal stuff. You have to have the right time management skills, attitude, maturity, health. If your health is compromised, it's really difficult to do well in school. And you have to have a certain amount of wealth, too. For example, you have to have reliable transportation to and from school. You have to have enough money in your bank account to pay your tuition and to live and support whatever your family situation is. So it takes a great sacrifice to do this. And so if you're not solid on these below the stack skills, please start here, get this all shored up, and then when you go to your coding bootcamp or your computer science degree, you will be ready to take on the world. Thank you.